Happy New Year, everybody. Hope you had a great Christmas. And I thought I'd do a little update since my last one where I had my ups and downs. Well, that has carried on, to be fair. That vampire tang I got, that came out with a bacterial disease, I got told. And it spread through my tank. I lost my cola tang, I lost my Midas blenny, I lost a star damsel, I lost my dragonette. And on Christmas Eve, Mum there decided to get hold of my little Begley. Remember, I always had three, Mum and Dad and the little one. Well, she grabbed the little one on Christmas Eve and shook him to basically death. The only thing I can put it down to was maybe the little one had some disease or bacteria, and I know what clownfish are like. If there's a poorly one or a weak link, they destroy it so the rest don't catch it. So it's just Mum and Dad now. It was either that or they didn't want to buy it a present for Christmas, so they killed the kid. But yeah, that was after 3 years of them being together. I was gutted. Yeah, my anemones have moved down. The eggs hatched 2 days ago and disappeared again, but they are regularly laying eggs now every 2 weeks, them two. And I lost a couple of torches. I lost my bubble coral. I think that's roughly about it. I think that's enough though, don't you? Right, replacements. I have not really replaced the fish, and I don't think I'm going to. I went to a place last Saturday near Hull called Octopus 8. Octopus 8. Very small little place, family run business, absolutely beautiful. Was well impressed with the place. Family run business, so clean, everything so healthy. Well, my missus spotted that, didn't she? And she wanted to know how much it was. The first thing the lady said to me was, how big's your tank and what you got in it? Now that to me was good. And she took my number because she wants to know how she's getting on. That surfing tank. I've called her Florence. And when she opens them fins up, she is absolutely stunning. And she is a big one. So I got her from Octopus 8. I also, my missus picked that Tracerphilia there. Yes, I did have my bubble there. No, it hasn't died. Not that one. So I got that from there. That was £65, that. The surfing tang, even though it's huge, that was £55, and she is so healthy. The first night, she was pecking seaweed off the clip. She follows you. She's not scared, so I guess she's been in a tank before. But yeah, she's beautiful. So healthy. A week today I've had her. A week today. And I also got that air can from there. That was £50, which I think is a decent price. My bubble now is in this corner and it's doing really well. Less flow. And I don't know what happened to the other one. It was just, I don't know. I think it was messing about with the wave makers had attacked it, but I've took them all out now. All I've got now, I've gone back old school. One blowing up, another one blowing up, one in the centre blowing up. Them two are just slightly off, that slightly to the back, that slightly to the front, so they're not hitting each other head on, and that is it. Yes, there's my other torch, which half of it died and I repaired it and now it's come back a treat, but that's the flow they are getting at the moment and they just seem to love it. That pulsing coral, well, it's spreading everywhere. And like people who know about pulsing coral, if your KH and pH is spot on, it will pulse, it will grow. That'll be the first coral to let you know when your perimeters are not correct, you know. So it's a good thing to have that because it's a bit like an alarm in your tank. If that goes down, you know there's something wrong. It's the first thing to know. It's so, what's the word? Yeah, it's a bit like having a monitor in your tank, that is. And I also treated myself to a scully just before Christmas as well there, and that is doing really well. It's getting a bit shaded by them. I mean, I have got them mushrooms. I don't know if I had them or not before, but this side, as you can see, the anemone's attacking it, but because it's attached itself to the rock, I don't want to rip them. I'm hoping it will move back up in again in a couple of days, but if not, I'm going to have to sort something out. And I couldn't refuse that from my local shop, M&L Aquatics. That was 60 quid. I couldn't get over it. Typical, I go buy a little one, but that is stunning. for 50, and then I pop in my local shop and look at the size of that for £60. Yeah, I am getting a little bit of an algae bloom popping up. Great little brown bits on the rock, tiny bit of air algae there. Nothing major. Still getting a diatoom bloom on me sand, but you know, if you look carefully, it's still about a little bit. I don't know about that air can. I still got a feeling that's not an air can, you know. It doesn't seem to be fluffy and puffed up like an air can does, but it's holding its own. But my lights was a bit strong, so I put them on cloudy, and it seemed to perk up a bit. So this is my... oh, and I got a favia as well on Christmas Eve from my local shop as well. Yeah, I have tripped myself a little bit lately. And what do you call it? This is my tank, yeah. I lost my zinnia there for some reason. It's shriveled up. It didn't die, it just didn't coming out. They're growing. So, I don't know. I think I might just keep one torch now. I don't have a lot of luck with euphyllias. I might get an hammer and stick it across here somewhere, on the bottom bit there, or maybe down here. I don't know, but I did see a lovely clam, but it weren't the right colour. But if I pull back, you can see my tank. I think I'm over the worst of things now. Yeah, my carpet has been a bit poorly, but it's coming back, but I don't worry about that. I've had it such a long time. But yeah, this is my tank at the moment. Absolutely stunning, that bubble though. I've had that a while, that one. That's settled in now. You know, I like it. I don't think I'm going to have any trouble with that, touch wood, from the side view. But yeah, I was thinking of getting a couple of razzies, but I don't think I'm going to rush into anything now. I'm really trying to get my night rates down, because they did go up a little bit, to be fair. But yeah, my cola tank's gone, so I've only got Betsy there, and obviously Florence. 2 tanks, I think that's enough, and obviously old Foxy. You know, my 2 clownfish, couple of razzies, my yellow goby in there, and I've still got my 2 cleaner shrimps, Tom and Jerry in there somewhere. They've really got big. And I've still got my blood shrimp that teams up with my yellow goby. They're always together somewhere. I'm trying to find them for you. No, they're hiding. Like I said, I call it scaredy cat because it hardly ever comes out. But it comes out when it's food time, don't worry. But yeah, I think... oh, there's another air can there, look, a little green one. So, and there's my little fairy raz. Maybe banana razzie. Like I said, I think I've got about 9 fish. And to be honest, when you look back at it, there's not too much movement. I think there's just enough. I don't want to go crazy on fish. I wouldn't have bought that, but my missus fell in love with it. And you know what your other halves are like. And I must admit, I did like it, like. But, you know, it's a beautiful fish. And it's settled in. It's not a bully. It's not getting bullied. Yeah, and I'm pretty impressed with it, to be fair. I just hope these bubble tips move back to the top, because it's not where I want them. But, you know, they do what they want, don't they? And, yeah, my tree's not out properly at the moment, but that seems to be a late one, that. By the time it gets to about 4 or 5 o'clock, it's normally huge. My zoas are just spreading. The brown ones at the top, I think I've got a bit of algae. They're not doing as good as they used to be. I've still got that one, but that's changing shape all the time. But it's got an asteria look, a wild anemone, to people that don't know what I'm on about. I need to kill that again. God, it's trying to kill, it's just impossible. It just keeps coming back. So that's my tank in the new year. Things that I need to do: I have ordered a top-up unit that is coming this week. Finally, no more topping up water. And I'm ordering a couple of Montiporas to go down that slope there, a purple and a green one. You know, I'm going to have a go with a couple of SPSs and see what happens. If I lose them, I lose them, but I may drop the lights a little bit, because the lights are on 60%, and I have had them at the minute on 37 just to acclimatise new corals, but they're on 60% today, and that is loving it, that air cam. Yeah. But that one didn't. That was up there, and I moved it and put it on its own little stepping stone. I don't like to see things on sand. I mean, that came with that rock, but that I put it on there, and I put that on there. And like I say, if they want to grow, they've got something to grow on, haven't they? And you know, you can always lift them up on that rock and move them up if I want to. But yeah, I just thought I'd try things like this. And that Scully is ace. You want to see it when I feed that. That is lovely. Not a cheap coral, that, to be fair, at £90, but I've always wanted one. And I'll tell you what, I ain't had a problem with it at the moment. But yeah, I thought I'd do a little update. My perimeters, let me see, for people that want to know. My KH fluctuates between about 8.6 to 9.1. That's the most as it is. At the moment, it's at 8.9. My that's my KH. Right, my magnesium is at 1350 to 1380. That's the fluctuation of that. It's at 1350 today because I've just tested it all. My calcium is at 440. That fluctuates 1440 to 1450. It's only moving 10. I really want to these last 10 bits now. But as you add corals, things need more. So you're not really going to get a flat line, personally, I think, until you stop adding stuff, because the more you add, the more it takes out. So then you've got to readjust your... But at the moment, I'm adding about 5 to 10 mil of magnesium and a mixture of Red Sea ABC Plus. I've just added some potassium, iron, and I am testing my iodine. I'm just waiting for it now in the kitchen to see what my iodine, but I really should do the trace elements a little bit more often than once a fortnight, once a month, but you know, but I do test this water for the main three every other day. I do, yeah. And at the moment, I can actually sit back and think, oh, I enjoy looking at it. A little bit worried about this air algae because my night rates are around about 20 or slightly over. But now I've stopped feeding the fish every day. They're getting it every other day now. I know I feel awful, but... And I'm doing my water changes very regularly. And I'm thinking of doing it twice a week now instead of once a week. I just want to get my night rates below 10. I really do. And just for the coral's sake, really, you know. So I'm cutting down the food, more water changes, and we'll go from there. And I just thought I'd wish you all Happy New Year. Let you see the mistress. Like I say, it broke my heart at one point. I was really close to calling it a day and knocking it on the head. But no, I've come back fighting, and I think it's looking even better than it has done for a while now. Mixture of corals, too many torches, I think, you know, bunches of things together. Sometimes it's just nice to mix and match, you know, and let you know about this lovely place, Octopus 8, that I've been to. I am going again shortly, and I am going to do a video on the place and let you see this lovely little place just outside Hull in Brough. Recommend it to anyone. The prices are really good. Really, really nice people. Ever so friendly. Made me feel really welcome. Yeah, again, I did spend quite a bit of money in there, but that ain't the case. So, all the best. Take care. And if anyone wants to give me any comments on anything they think, I would much appreciate it. All the best. Catch you in a bit.